Hey guys, it's Melissa. If you are ready to get your xTool M2 set up from start to finish, meaning straight out of the box to connected wirelessly to your software, you are in the right spot. I am going to take you straight through this. This is not going to take you more than probably 10 or 15 minutes, so let's go.
Okay, so set your machine on a stable flat surface. Now, the M2 is actually only about 27 pounds, not very heavy, and really pretty easy to set up. So you've got the black tube that is going to connect to a filter or go out the window so that you can have filtration. You'll have a safety guide, you will have some sample pieces of media. You won't have any type of startup guide, but you'll also have a couple of cables and cords. So you should have a two-part power cord that will connect together and then into your outlet. And then you will also have a USB cord. Now that USB is very important because the M2 does not have a control panel. In order to set up your machine so that it's wireless, you need to connect it to your network. You first need to connect it to your computer with the cable. So I found it easiest to turn my machine completely around, the input for the power, the input for the USB, and then where you are going to place the tube is all towards the back side. So power those all, or get those all set up, and then you can get ready to attach the modules. Now, if you only got the basic bundle, the module that you got is the 10-watt laser. Okay, so if you are looking to unlock the printing, the CMYK print module comes separately, or it came with a different upgraded bundle. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to connect the basic one. You can see that it just has these little pegs on the back, and it's just going to basically magnetize directly to the carriage in the machine. Super easy. There's nothing else that you need to do except take the small connector cord that you will find and connect basically from the laser module itself into the base. That just basically tells the machine and the software which module you have connected. And then you're going to use that same very short cord. It's maybe like 4 inches max. You're going to use that for any of the modules that you plug in, and you can swap them. So you can upgrade and get the inkjet. You can do the 20 watt, or there's also a 40 watt. They all attach the same way. All of them use that same cable, and you can just swap them out very, very quickly and easily. Okay, next thing that you want to do is I'm going to show you how to get the inkjet carriage set up. I'm going to do a separate video on that because there are several steps to this. So you can I'll link to that video in the description and also at the end of this video. Now, next thing that you want to do is you want to get your machine set up connected to the software. Now I'm going to tell you that the software itself is probably going to need to be upgraded if you haven't done that yet. So if you have other machines or you have the apparel printer, you need to install the newer version of the software. So that is why if you are trying to go into your software and you're not seeing your M2, you just don't have the upgraded version that recognizes. You need 1.7.24, and you can see here in the release notes that it says it starts to support the xTool M1. So go ahead and update the software or download it if you don't have any version of it. And this just takes a couple of minutes. It updates, and then what's going to happen is it's going to tell you that it needs a firmware update as well. So make sure that you go through that process as well. It's probably going to tell you that once you download the software and get the software, in order to prompt the firmware update, you need to connect the M2 itself with that longer USB cord to your computer. Then in the software, you're going to say, look for my M2, and it's going to probably prompt you at that point that you need a firmware update. So go ahead and do that. The firmware update takes a couple of minutes. Just relax. Don't, disconnect anything. Once you get this part done, then you will have your machine and your computer connected to the software. Now, if you want to laser cut or print wirelessly, we need to set that up as well. Under basic info, you will see if you are connected by Wi-Fi. You're going to select your network, and then you're going to put in your network password, and from there it's going to tell you that it has been successfully paired, and then going forward you don't need to use that USB anymore. Okay, if you guys are interested in how to get the CMYK print module set up, I am going to toss you over to that video. If you're still looking and shopping, I have a video for you on basically a buyer's guide and what to expect if you get an xTool M2, what actually comes in the box, what you actually get for that highly interesting marketing price of $549 or $599, what all comes with that, and there are some surprises. So head over to that if you haven't already, and you're still trying to decide if the xTool M2 is for you. And obviously don't forget, if you're looking for same-day one-on-one US-based support, I offer all of that for the xTool lasers, software, the apparel printer, and anything else you see on my channel. It's all through Silhouette U, and you can use the code YouTube to get a discount when you join. See you guys.